In this video, I want to cover some updates we've made to our instance analyzer in version 2 regarding to roles and security. Previously in version 1, we just had kind of an admin role that was allowed to create reviews, run reviews, do the remediation activities, view the review records, view the PDFs. So we've extended this model to include now kind of these editor roles and these viewer roles. Now this diagram is in our documentation, so if you need to see this or want to see this in more detail, you can kind of see what's outlined here. What I'm going to cover, just to kind of highlight simply, admins have all rights, editors get the ability to view all reviews, but also make edits and make actions to those reviews, and then viewers really can only see the reviews that have been shared with them and can just have kind of a view-only kind of role. So that's kind of the gist of it. So let me show this kind of in the system itself. So here is an admin, right? So one of the things you'll see here is they have all the options. They can get to the development components. They can do all the administrative kind of actions as well. Right? All the reviews that have been compiled to date can be visible to them. Right? So then conversely, we can go to, this is an editor kind of role. Now one of the things you'll see here in the menu is that they have a limited number of items in their, as far as modules in their menu. But they can see all the reviews, they can see all the findings, they can see all the remediation tasks, and they can interact with those records to touch and act on those records. Further, in the review workspace, they can see all those activities as well. You won't see any settings, you won't see any administrative kind of options, right? But if they go into any of these reviews, they can go to the findings, they can interact with those findings, they can edit the labels, right? They can perform these different actions to mark things as remediate, add comments, skip, etc. Now, conversely, if I go to a viewer, right, so the viewer, they come into their list, they don't see the remediation tasks, they do see the findings, but they're only going to see the findings that they're allowed to see. Further, they're only going to see the reviews where they are specifically listed as a shared or reviewed user. So see this kind of shared users. You also see they have no options to make edits to these different items or interact with them. Same through the review workspace, right? They see their 2 reviews. They can click into these, but they can't do anything with these reviews as far as performing actions on the findings, right? So they won't be able to edit the labels, they won't be able to perform the actions, they just kind of see the details of what's happening. They can see the PDFs as well, so they can download and view the PDF outputs. It's in essence geared towards being able to see the information about the review and be a consumer of that information, but not necessarily an actor or player in that. So just to highlight too, so I can take as an editor or as an admin, I can go to any one of these reviews. There's an option now at the top here to say, let's share this review with others. Right, so now what's going to show up in my drop-down are going to be any users that have our EIA roles. So a viewer, editor, or admin kind of role will show up in this list. Right, so I can add, say, EIA viewer to this list, save that, and then when I come over to the viewer, I come to my home page. Well, now see I have a new item in my list that I can see. Right, same options. I can't do any edits to this, but I can see kind of the review details, make updates to it, etc. Conversely, if I want to remove a person from there, I use the same option. So I come into here and I can just kind of remove that user, save it, and then as a viewed user, if I refresh my page here, you'll see it's no longer in my list of reviews. So that's kind of how the sharing works and the different roles now that are in EIA version 2. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.